he gives detailed description about Sankhya Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Jnana Karma Sannyas Yoga. And in the 6th chapter, he speaks about Dhyana Yoga. After giving narration about whole system of Dhyana Yoga, which has Ashtangas, Yam, Niyam, Pranayam, Asana, Dhyan, Dharana, and Samadhi. These are the 8 different steps in the Ashtanga Yoga. Generally, most of the people, they come and they just stuck with the asanas. They don't go further, which is necessary. And generally, yoga means, actually the root word of yuja, that is from which the word yoga comes. Yuja means to join. As per the Sanskrit word vocabulary, which is known as a nirukti, the real meaning of yoga is to join. Join with whom? Yeah, Lord. But Lord has 3 different aspects. Which are they? Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So topmost is Bhagavan. Because there you can realize Paramatma also and Brahman also. But generally the people who follows the way which has described by Patanjali some 15-20,000 years ago, they just get stuck with asana. But after controlling your senses, after controlling your mind, where you have to focus? In one of the Patanjali Sutras it is said, you have to fix your mind at the lotus feet of Parama Purusha. And who is that? As per the Bhagavad Gita and the conclusions of the Vedas, that personality is none other than Krishna. And that's why in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, at the end of the conclusive verse of 6th chapter, which explains about yoga system, there he writes, there he says, Yoginam api sarvesham madagati na antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamohata. He says, and of all yogis, the one with a great faith who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and renders transcendental loving service to me. It's very important. Renders transcendental loving service to me. He is the most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. That is my opinion. Who is giving that opinion? Not any layman, not any philosopher, but the person who is known as Vedeshya Sarvem Ahameva Vidyo Vedanta Krita Veda Videvasya. The person who can be known by the Vedas, the person who knows the Vedas and who has created the Vedas. Vedeshya Sarvem Ahameva Vidyo Vedanta Krit, who has written the Vedas, Veda Videvasya, and through the study of Vedas, whom you have to understand, that's he. And he is giving his opinion, and that's we should consider ultimate. And what he says, the person who renders loving service unto me, he is the most intimately united with me in yoga. And that is the highest of all. Further, when His Divine Grace gives his purport on this particular verse, he says, the word bhajate is significant here. Bhajate has its root in the verb bhaja. As a yoga has a root in word yuja, so bhajate has a root in verb bhaja, and which is used when there is a need of service. The English word worship cannot be used in the same sense of bhaja, because English has a very short vocabulary as compared to the Sanskrit. Sanskrit has more than 70 lakh words. Can you imagine? 70 lakh words. That's the word vocabulary of Sanskrit. Worship means to adore or to show respect and honor to the worthy one. But service with love and faith is especially meant for the Supreme Personality of God. One can avoid worshipping a respectable man or a demigod and may be called discourteous. But one cannot avoid serving the Supreme Lord without being thoroughly condemned. Every living entity is a part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of God. And thus every living entity is intended to serve the Supreme Lord by his own constitution. Failing to do this, he falls down. And it is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 5th chapter, verse number 3. Yayesham purusham sakshat atma prabhavam ishwaram na bhajanti avajananti sthana bhrashtaha patanti adaha. Anyone who does not render service and neglect his duty unto the primeval Lord, who is none other than the Supreme Personality of God, Lord Krishna, who is the source of all living entities, will certainly fall down from his constitutional position. In this verse also the word bhajanti is used. Therefore, bhajanti is applicable to the Supreme Lord only. Whereas the word worship can be applied to demigods or to any other common living entity. The word avajananti used in this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is also found in Bhagavad Gita. Avajananti ma mudha. Only the fools and rascals deride the Supreme Personality of God, Lord Krishna. Such fools take it upon themselves to write commentaries on the Bhagavad Gita without an attitude of service to the Lord. Consequently, they cannot properly distinguish between the word bhajanti and the word worship. The culmination of all kinds of yoga practices lies in the bhakti yoga. That's the profound statement that Prabhupada is making. That the culmination of all kinds of yoga practices lies in bhakti yoga. All other yogas are but means to come to the point of bhakti in bhakti yoga. Yoga actually means bhakti yoga. All other yogas are the progression toward the destination of bhakti yoga. From the beginning of karma yoga to the end of bhakti yoga is a long way to self-realization. Karma yoga, which is without fruitive results, is the beginning of this path. When karma yoga increases in knowledge and renunciation, the stage is called jnana yoga. When jnana yoga increases in meditation on the super soul by different physical processes and the mind is on him, it is called ashtanga yoga. Very nicely Prabhupada has explained about it. In one word he has given the whole definition of ashtanga yoga. I will repeat it again. When Jnana Yoga increases in meditation on the super soul by different physical processes. That different physical processes mean performing different asanas, through which, as Patanjali says, that you can control your senses. Because in another place in Upanishads it is said, these senses are more turbulent than wild horses. And to tame them, what do you have to do? Patanjali has explained about 84 lakh asanas. How many? Each and every species of a life has his one particular asana through which, in that species of a life, that animal or that living entity can perfect his life. And he has given that 84 lakh different asanas. And very few of them now people can practice because research is not meant for that. It's very tough. To sit here for a 20 minutes, direct, straight, is highly impossible for us. We will kneel down, we have to straight ourselves, bend ourselves. Why? Because to do all this thing, Patanjali starts with the first asana, that is Sukhasana. And he says there that there you have to sit. Sukhasana, it is a very simple asana which can be performed by the neophyte. And in that position he should start with the pranayama and that of chanting Omkar. As explained in the Bhagavatam, when one chants the Omkara, what happens? His turbulent mind gets subdued. It gets calm. And then it's possible for that particular person to start with the meditation. And it's still a long way to go. After performing such a austere practices, there are examples in scripture they have failed to attain their destination. For example, Vishwamitra. He performed Ashtanga Yoga for 60,000 years. How many years? All are there? On same page? 60,000 years. And he felt, he got allured by the twinkling sound of ankle bells of, who was that damsel? Menaka. And he lost everything. Again he has to start from zero. The next time what happened? He got allured by Urvashi. And ultimately what he did? He just went and surrendered at the feet of Lord Ramachandra. And he perfected his life. Because bhajate, when you render service, then only your senses gets purified. And that's why Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Devotion, he starts with Pada Sri Krishna Namadi Namavet Grajam Indriyayi Sevan Mukhehi Chibadau Swayameva Spuratya. Pada Sri Krishna Namadi. That's why the Lord's holy name and He, they are all different. And it's very difficult to accept that because our Indriyas, they are not complete. And Lord is Adhokshaja, Adhokrata Akshaja Jnanaha, whom you can't understand through your blunt senses. Very boldly they have used word here as a blunt. Why they call our senses blunt? Because if I take my hand and keep it in front of my eyes too close, then I am not able to see anything. Can you do that and see anything? Can you see lines of your hands when you take it too close? No. And when you take them far, too far, then also it is possible for you to see that? No. If I switch off the lights and there is a darkness, are you able to see anything? Your eyes are there, but you are not able to see. Why? Because they are depending on something to complete their function. They need a media through which they can perceive. There is a light, that's why you can perceive. You may have your eyes, but there is no light, then how you can see the things? So in this material world, if you want to see something, you have to depend on something else, then you can perceive through that sense. Otherwise, it's difficult. Then sense of touch. If you put your hand in a bucket which is filled with a 40 degrees Celsius temperature water, immediately you take it out. Oh, it's hot. And put that same hand immediately into the ice water. What will happen? For a while you will not feel anything because that 40 degrees Celsius temperature they are still in your hand. So you will not feel that coldness. Even our senses, sense of touch, that is also not giving exact perception that what we should get. And that's why it is said. If you want to understand that Lord, then how you have to start with? Sevan mukhe hi jibha adav. You should start with the jibha, from the tongue. Adav. You start with that. And how to do that? By chanting this holy name. And that can be done in any stage of your life, anywhere and everywhere. And then what happens? Swayameva Spuratiyata. When you do that, when you render that service through your tongue to the Lordship, then He Himself, Spuratiyata, Swayameva, He Himself manifests in your heart. And that's the perfection of yoga. Because ultimately, performing all the Ashtanga Yoga, controlling your mind, senses, everything, where you have to engage them then? That you have to engage them in Krishna's service. And then further Prabhupada says, when one surpasses the Ashtanga Yoga and comes to the point of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, it is called Bhakti Yoga. The culmination, factually, Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate goal. But to analyze Bhakti Yoga, minutely one has to understand these other yogas. It's not that they are not important and not practicable, no, they are needed. As per the level of your consciousness, these things are given. I just can't go and pick up a 7th standard small kid and start teaching him mathematics which I have learned when I was doing my engineering. Is it possible that you will understand? Because mathematics subject is same, na? But the level is different. So you have to go according to each and everyone's level. And that's why in the Vedic scripture, this different process has given. Okay, you are in this, so you take this, learn this, practice this, perfect this, and go to the next stage. Then next stage, then next stage, then next stage. And what is the ultimate stage? Where you can render your service to the Lord. And that's very important. Then Prabhupada further says that the yogi who is progressive is therefore on the true path of eternal good fortune. One who seeks to a particular point and does not make further progress, it sticks, not six, it sticks. Meaning it sticks there. One who sticks to the particular point and does not make further progress is called by that particular name. So, if someone is a karma yogi, someone may be a jnana yogi, or maybe dhyan yogi, maybe raj yogi, maybe heart yogi, etc. If one is fortunate enough to come to the point of bhakti yoga, it is to be understood that he has surpassed all the yogas. Therefore, to become Krishna conscious is the highest stage of yoga. Just as when we speak of Himalaya, we refer to the words highest mountains, of which the highest peak Mount Everest, is considered to be the culmination. It is by great fortune that one comes to Krishna consciousness on the path of Bhakti Yoga to become well situated according to the Vedic direction. The ideal yogi concentrates his attention on Krishna, who is called Shyam Sundara, who is beautifully colored as a cloud, whose lotus-like face is as effulgent as the sun, whose dress is brilliant with the jewels, and whose body is flower garlanded, illuminating all sides is his gorgeous luster, which is called as the Brahmajyoti. He incarnates in a different forms such as a Ram, Narsimha, Varaha, and Krishna, the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. And he descends like a human being as the son of Mother Yashoda, and he is known as Krishna, Govinda, and Vasudeva. He is the perfect child, perfect husband, perfect friend, and perfect master. And he is full with all opulences and transcendental qualities. If one remains fully conscious of these features of the Lord, he is called the highest yogi. So it's very important. We may consider ourselves, most of the time in India when we travel, most of people say, we know God. Hum bhi bhakt hai. They take out their some mala, some genuine, they will show. Yeah, we also follow religion and we also know this, we also know that. But to know Krishna, what is the qualification? And who can know Krishna? That has explained in this one word. If someone really understands Krishna, then he sees Krishna in this particular form. Then further, this stage of the highest perfection in yoga can be attained only by Bhakti Yoga, as is confirmed in all Vedic literatures. Yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha garo tasyaite gathidahi arthaha prakashante mahatmana. In the Shvetashvatar Upanishad, it is explained, only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed to them. Bhaktir yasya bhajanam tad iha murtopi nairashamanim manaha kalpam etat evam naishkarmyam. Bhakti means devotional service to the Lord, which is free from desire for material profit, either in this life or in the next. Devoid of such an inclination, one should fully absorb the mind in Supreme. That is the purpose of Naishkarmya. It is explained in Gopalatapani Upanishad. These are some of the means of performance of Bhakti or Krishna consciousness, the highest perfectional stage of the yoga system. And thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport on the 6th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of Dhyana Yoga. Bhakti means devotional service to the Lord, which is free from material desire, material profit, either in this life or the next. Then how to render this service? Rupa Goswami, he explains about this in Nectar of Devotion. He says, Yena kena prakarena mana Krishna niveshane. Somehow or other, you have to engage your senses in the service of the Lord. Whatever you know, whatever you do, that you have to do it for the pleasure of Krishna. So in this particular month, what we do? Just to show how much love we have for Him, we try to show it by rendering service to Him. This particular month, which is known as a Kartika, is considered to be very auspicious and which is very dear to the Srimati Radharani, who is very dear to Krishna. So ultimately this month is very dear to Lord Krishna. So as per your situation, as per your qualification, and as per your capabilities, whatever you can do it for Krishna, He gets very much pleased, particularly in this month. And that's why you can see there are Vaishnavas in all the four sampradayas. They take some vow for this month and they render their services to their Lord. Anything, at any stage of your devotional service, you can do that. Like yesterday we had that Rama. And whoever was participating in that, whoever acting different roles in that, it's not that they are professionally trained, but they have that desire to do something to please their Lordship. That same desire has given them a capability to perform, to render that service. And it came out really wonderful yesterday. They did it really good. If you are, how many of you really have seen that? So now you can see. It's not that they are professional actors, but they have that desire. I know a little bit about this, so let me do it for the pleasure of their Lordship. Not everyone can do that, but who has a love, he wanted to show it. See, love has a two characteristics through which you can do that. What is that? If you love someone, what do? Come again? No. That is the highest stage. I'm just saying, any stage of life, anywhere, you love someone, then what do? Any species of life, at any stage of life, from birth to death,
the law is served and so they are loved.
serve. Exactly. And second, you care, that's where you serve. And that's what Lord wants from you, because He does the same thing with you. Because He loves you, that's why He cares for you, and freely He gives you most important things which are needed to keep our breath going. And what is that? Any government provides you air to breathe? Who is giving that? The Lord. The most essential thing to survive on this earthly planet is air, and that is freely available. And who is giving that? It's He who loves you and who wants you to survive. Got it? Then who is well-wisher for us? Is there anybody else? It's Krishna. Suruda Sarva Bhutana. He is the intimate and dearmost friend of us. And He is there. It's not that He is only for the Indians. No. He said Sarva Bhutana. Bhutana means living entities. Whichever body they may have. Cat, horse, dogs, hogs, anything. Any human beings. He said, they are my part and parcel. And I really love them, and He cares them and He provides them everything. And to show our gratefulness for Him, our gratitude for Him, we render service to Him. At whatever capacities you may have. Like when Lord Ramachandra, when he was building that bridge from Sri Lanka, from Rameshwaram to Sri Lanka. He got monkeys from all over the world, and all varieties of monkeys were there. All varieties of bears were there. With all their full capacities, they were breaking big stones, boulders, mountains, trees. Whatever they were able to get, they were getting it. And they were throwing it in the ocean. One by one step by one step, that bridge was going on. At the same time, one small squirrel, what she was doing? She was going into the sand. What do you say? She is rolling around. And she was grabbing the particles of the sand and running towards the bridge. And after going to the bridge, she was just taking it off. So that whatever small parts that can go and fill up the gap between the stones. And Hanumanji just saw that and said, what is this? What you are doing? You may die. Because they are getting big boulders. This is not going to help anyway. Why you are doing that? Just keep away yourself and take care of you, otherwise you will get trampled and punished, crushed up. When this thing was going on, Lord, being a Paramatma in everyone's heart, Lord Ramachandra saw it. And he just waved Hanumanji and asked him, come on. He said, the amount of service you are doing and what she is doing, both are same for me. Because they pleases me. So don't look at the other person, what service he is doing. Just genuinely with your hearts, whatever you can do, do it. Lord will accept it, because you are doing it for the Lord, not for anyone else. And He knows, because He resides in your heart. Before you think, He knows what you are going to think. So He knows what is your intention. Should I continue? Mother? Time is up.
5 more minutes. Anyone has questions? You could offer next after the class and then
Okay, because already I have crossed 3 minutes. You told me 30. So
5 minutes for questions and answers and we can offer the next.
okay. Anybody has any question? Yeah. It is me for that. See, Shariram idam khalu dharma sadhana. If you want to perform your religion, what is in my religion? Not a Christian, not a Hindu, not a Muslim, nothing. That's not a religion. Religion is an act which can't be separated from that particular person. Can you take out sweetness from the sugar? No. Can you take out liquidity from the water? Will it be water then? Religion is that. You can't separate that thing from anyone else. Then what is the religion of living entities? We have discussed just a few minutes back. Our religion is to love. And to show that love, offer service. That's what we do. Where we love, we try to offer them service. So the real religion is to serve their Lord. And to serve, you need some instrument. And that instrument is this body, which is given by Lord to you, through which you can serve. And to take care of that body, to maintain it properly, He has given this practice. If you follow this, we can live betterly, peacefully. Otherwise, my practice, when we can we able to concentrate? Oh, I got a shoulder pain. So you can't sit, you can't hear, you can't concentrate. To do all your practices, you need to have a proper body. That's what you do. Most of the people, they are jumping on only asanas. But before that, so many things are there. Like yam. What is meant by yam? Thing which is supposed to be followed. thing to do. And niyama means not to do. Yam, niyam, and then asanas. If things supposed to do, when you do, and how to do, then only you are going one step ahead. Thing which you should not do, should not be done. And if you come to the third stage, then comes for the asanas. And to perfect asanas, it takes even lifetimes. It really takes lifetimes. And what we are doing, that is just exercise. That's not a Ashtanga Yoga. That is just exercise, or known as a Vyayam. Vyayam means which controls activities of your body, through which you can live without any disease. That's it. Okay. Anything else? Actually, my spiritual master used to tell me that when you speak, and if someone does not have any question, that means either that person has understood everything what you have said, or the other way, he has not understood anything, that's why he does not have any question. So what should I understand? Which one? First one or second one? Are you sure? Thank you very much for coming here and participating. So now, we'll have a lamp offering, and before that one we'll have some announcement.
Once again, a big thank you to His Grace Govindabhakta for hopefully answering the newcomers' questions and presenting our philosophy so nicely. So please give a big hand. So once again, welcome to Shri Shri Radha Madhavari Dham. On behalf of our presiding deities, Shri Shri Radha Madhavari, I welcome you to our evening session today. I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Ms. Suma Crawford. She's taking part in the drama, so in her absence, let's give her a big applause. She can hear us. And we will give her Mahaprasadam to her later on. So anybody can sponsor the Sunday feast. It's $201, and you can do that for a birthday, or in memory of somebody, or simply just, donation for food to feed the brahmanas and the guests here, or for any other, sometimes people give it for gratitude if they found a new job or a new house or so and so forth. So for those of you who follow Ekadashi, Tuesday is Rama Ekadashi, so no grains and beans on Tuesday, it's Rama Ekadashi. And we would we'd invite people to come on Tuesday to the temple. It's very auspicious to come in, especially in the month of Kartik. Your gain is thousandfold for coming and receiving mercy of their lordships during the Ekadashi and the month of Kartik. So double dipping, so forth, so to speak. Next Sunday we'll be celebrating Diwali and Govardhan Puja. Although Govardhan Puja is on Monday, we are celebrating both Diwali and Govardhan Puja next Sunday, simply because it's easy for everybody to come and participate on a non-working day. And we'll be starting our celebrations at 4:30. We'll be building our mountain of sweets at around 2 o'clock. So if you'd like to bring anything, you can bring it, at 4:30. But if there's something that you want to come and bring before, you can also leave it here in the morning. You can bring sweet offerings, you can bring dried fruit and nuts. We welcome cookies and cakes and muffins without eggs if you can, because those really go well on the mountain. We can make some fences and steps and so forth with those, and some gardens as well with the cakes. It makes it easy for us to decorate the mountain of sweets with those items. And flowers are also welcome, and you can bring milk offerings also. So that's next Sunday. We'll be celebrating Diwali and Govardhan Puja. Diwali is the festival of lights, so we hope to have a lot of lamps lit in the temple next week. Anybody who wants to help us with that, please come early. We have Tulsi Mataji, I don't see her, but she's going to, oh, where is she? Oh, there she is, she's with the harmonium. So you can help her, and she's going to put a lot of lamps around the temple next Sunday to celebrate Diwali. We also will have sparkles for children after the Prasadam next Sunday. Please visit our website for our events that continue. One of the most important ones is we read one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam every day by teleconference call. We do the chanting from 5 to 6 in the morning, and then from 5:55 to 6:15, we read one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. We read the Sanskrit and the English translation, and we explain the verse in that time. The number is over there on one of the signs. It's also on our Facebook page and also on our website. Our website is radhakrishnaphoenix.org. So you can, if you go to ISKCONphoenix.com, you'll be directed to that site. So whichever you remember, ISKCONphoenix.com is easy to remember. So visit our website for our continuing programs at the temple. And we're going to go ahead and start offering the lamps. We don't have so much time, but several words of gratitude. All the volunteers who participated in our book distribution last week, please give them a big hand. We distributed 500 books. We placed 500 Bhagavad Gitas in hotel rooms this week. And also another reminder, if you'd like to sponsor any of those Bhagavad Gitas, we really appreciate it. The soft Bhagavad Gita books are $50 for this particular occasion. If you'd like to celebrate, if you'd like to sponsor any of those cases that we've managed to place, it's $50 per case. And we also would like to thank all the actors who participated in the Vedic theatre presentation of Ram Lila yesterday. A lot of hard work. Please give them a big hand also. And last but not least, the participants who took care of our booth at the Diwali Mela yesterday, give them a big hand also. So that's all for today, and once again, thank you to Govindabhakta Prabhu for a nice class today. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So we'll be singing the Damodarashtakam. First, you won't have copies. Please leave these copies behind. You can take the small ones, but the large ones, laminated ones, please leave them here before you leave. Thank you so much. When you offer the lamps, we want one line, and children must be accompanied by their parents. Last week we burnt, I've taken the tablecloth out. We burned the tablecloth last week, and this can catch fire. So children must be accompanied by their parents, and single line only. And we'll offer the lamps very quickly. You can just offer, and we have stand trays where you can leave your lamps there. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. And please be seated after the lamp offering. The drama will start immediately. The sooner you sit down, the quicker we can start the drama and offer, and you can take